Hello, I'm live. So I'm sitting here doing some listings. I was just watching Walter WBK. He had a live channel stream. I was watching him and he finished up and I thought, well, I might as well go live and do I don't know why I kind of enjoy doing that and having you guys pop in and talk with me. And I just got back from the thrift store. So as people start to roll in, I am going to go ahead and do a thrift haul with you guys. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can pull up my stream over here. I've been having a lot of Wi-Fi issues again. Here, I thought I was finally okay. Looks like I'm going. I was, I thought I was getting better, and yeah, it's been dropping. It's been not really dropping. Well, it's been dropping on my phone, so I have to turn off Wi-Fi and just do LTE quite often. Um, so as you pop in here, you know, so I can see who's here. And I don't know if I have to wait till I'm monetized, but I want to find a way. If anybody knows, any of my YouTube genius people out there, how can I make my chat visible after I'm no longer live? So I noticed the other day when I was looking at one of my videos that the chat isn't there, and it would be really nice because sometimes there's conversations that go on that I don't get a chance to kind of talk about, and other people might enjoy reading it and seeing other people's responses to stuff. All right, so I'm going to be listing, and if anybody wants to jump in and join me, I'm going to put the link in here. All I ask is that you have your well, there, I just saw myself cycle, and I'm like, I was just saying that, right? I was saying that's been happening. Oh, maybe I'm still cycling. I just turned it on live. Okay, so I guess that was just the pause. Wanted to see. All right, well, okay. Ah, good old YouTube for me and my stupid internet company. I just don't know what to do about it. All right, I'm listing. I'm gonna get going and keep going. Um, I have changed my focus from Amazon. I know, fourth quarter, Tamara, what are you doing? But there's been so many headaches. I will tell you that I've been sending in boxes about once a week since the beginning of September, and I have I have a box from September 2nd that's missing or been stalled. UPS has stalled it or lost it or whatever. And then I have two more boxes from September 29th that are around in the same area of Pennsylvania. They're not moving. They've just been sitting there since September 30th or October 1st, actually. And today is, I don't even know what the day is, 14th? Today is October 14th. So it's been 2 weeks and they are not moving anywhere. They are like the town right next to where the warehouse is. I don't know. Rumor has it that Amazon tells UPS not to deliver packages because they don't have the space for it. I don't know if that's true. If it is, it would just be nice to know that they kind of are hanging on to it until they have space and then they'll put it in. But I have some friends that had just wonderful, wonderful sales during Prime Day yesterday, and my sales were horrible. They were so bad. I'm doing mostly FBM, but my FBA items, they're not even making it to the warehouse. I don't, and then the ones that are at the warehouse, they're an FC transfer. They've been an FC transfer for like a long time. So they're not even really available. I was looking the other day at something I have sent in, and the estimated delivery date, if I was to purchase my own item, was December, the end of December. I was like, wow, I think it was maybe like December 16th. I thought, oh my gosh, no wonder my sales have been so bad. So I'm just going to be sticking with FBM for now until I don't even know when. I don't even know if I'll go back to FBA until things just got to improve. It might be working for you. Maybe you're in a location where uh, you're shipping and it's getting there in a timely manner. I don't know if there's a way for me to say I want to. I don't think there is. I know there's a way for me to say I want to try and send everything in one box, but I don't think there's a way for me to say I want to send everything in one box to this specific warehouse. So I think they're still going to tell me to like send it to Pennsylvania. Hazel Township is where I send most of mine. And that's where, unfortunately, I mean, I used to be, I would mail it on like a Friday, Thursday or Friday. I would do my mailings and my shipments off to them, and they would get them on like Saturday or even by Monday, and things were live and selling. And now it's been almost 2 months, and things just aren't selling, aren't even getting there. So that's my frustration right now with Amazon. So I am going to be doing more of these streams where I am doing eBay listings because that's where I'm focusing right now. I got brand new items that I'm selling that I normally would have sent into FBA, and I'm just going to be putting them on eBay. Some of them I'm going to be cross posting on Amazon also. Um, but I don't know. They're actually doing pretty well right now just on eBay. So I don't know. I love eBay, so I'm just gonna focus on that more because it brings me less stress. And I don't like stress. I don't do well with stress. I used to, but now in my older age, I just don't want to deal with it. So that's one reason why I work for myself, is I don't have to deal with the bull crap that you would have to deal with when you work for another company. So when I'm working with a company as a entrepreneur and they give me stress and headaches, then it's time to look at alternatives. And for me, eBay is it. Even though some people get stressed over eBay, I can't even really remember a time I've ever really gotten stressed over eBay. Have I been scammed? Yeah, but thankfully I'm not selling $1,000 items. Um, I'm merchant fulfilled most of my stuff now. You know, Chris, that's what I'm hearing by so many people. That's what I have heard. I have a couple groups, and a lot of them are just like, I'm just FBM. Some of them have said that they were mailing in until November 1st, and then they're only going to do FBM after that. So when I'm outsourcing, I'm really seriously considering, like, should I send this in or not send this in? But when I'm sourcing, I'm thinking, can I FBM it? Do I have a box for it? Is it easy enough for me to ship? Most of the time, the answer is yes. I'll find a box, right? The profit's there. I'll find a box. I'll find a way to ship it. Yeah. So I'm going to be listing these, and so Chris, do you do eBay also? Because I do know you do Amazon, but do you also do eBay? And I'm so jealous that you were at that meetup in Pennsylvania. I didn't even know that there was really a meetup going on. I didn't know all you guys were going to be there. I haven't been making it to the morning show in the morning because I've usually catching up on some shows on TV that I've recorded the night before, and the morning's really the only time I seem to get a chance to watch TV between like 6 and 8. I'll watch TV, and then by 8 o'clock, I'm getting myself moving and showering and getting down here and packaging. And sometimes I'll remember to log on to the show, and they're signing off. So it's I haven't been making it. Um, so I see over here said yes, eBay and Macari as well. Yeah, I've been cross posting on Macari. That's really slowed down for me. My Macari. I did ship something today that actually it was some baseball cards. I've been trying to get rid of those Bowman baseball cards that I had purchased in the springtime, and somebody sent me an offer. I countered, they countered, and it was only $1 less than my counter. So I said, all right, I'll just take it. I think I'm probably breaking even. I don't think I'm making any money, but at this point, if I can just get them out of here and even break even, I'm okay with that. So yeah, I was glad to get rid of them. But other than that, my Macari's just really slowed down. And I don't know if it's worth it to go in, since I use cross listed to cross post. I'm wondering if I should just delete a lot of my old Macari items and go back and cross post them. Because I've heard people say they do that with Macari. They'll delete all their old things and then post them. And I don't know if that really helps or not. I'll have to pay attention. I'm like, those Bowman cards have been listed for a while and I sold them. So I think people are still finding my stuff. So you sold 4 optic basketball mega boxes for $635. Wow. Where do you find those? I mean, maybe you don't want to tell me, but those mega boxes, I mean, are they in the wild or do you know somebody? Because isn't it like just sports cards places and stuff that even have access to those mega boxes? I talked to my sister-in-law works at a sports store and that's in one of our malls in Vermont. And she mentioned to me that she could, well, she reached out to the owner and mentioned I was selling some of those cards and mine were the Prism cards. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I got some. I'll sell them to you for X dollar, whatever it was." And whatever it ended up being, it was higher than I could get them for at Walmart. I don't know. It was something like that. So I said, "No, I don't want them." Oh, you've had them for a while. Okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that maybe baseball season's still going on, right? Because that goes on until, well, it's usually October, the World Series. I don't know what's going. I don't follow baseball. I just know normally like the months that they have their championship games. So I don't know if COVID is making it so they're not having it this year. In October, maybe they'll be pushing it later. I mean, I just know I used to watch football. I have not really watched. I don't even think I've watched one full quarter yet this year. And I do know that with football, it's all messed up because the Patriot game was canceled last week, but they're going to play the same team this week. But what happens to the team they were going to play this week? What happens to that team? It's got to be all messed up. I can't even imagine trying to schedule all those games and when something happens, what goes on. And I also saw that the coach gets fined when a player gets COVID. I thought that was kind of weird to hear that. So, all right, I got to get some. Sorry, I've been so itchy lately. I think my skin's getting dry because we've turned the heat back on. So it's almost time to get my humidifier back out, put moisture back into it. Isn't it weird? In the summertime, you're like, oh, I hate the humidity. It's so hot. But then in the winter, you're like, oh, I need the humidity because my skin starts to get so dry and I end up being so itchy. So I apologize if you see me scratching myself. I'm just been really itchy. All right, so there's only, let's see, about 5 of you in here right now. So I'll wait a little bit longer. When I hit 10, I'm gonna do my my thing there. You know, that thing that I'm talking about. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do that. Somebody said you can do that chat pop out because I'm gonna put StreamYard over here, which is over here now. And I want to be able to still see the chat. So pop out chat. Here we go. That'll work. Pretty quiet right now, Chris, because pretty much just you and me, you and moi. All right. Now it's on my screen, at least in front of me. So even though I'm not looking at you guys, I can see the chat, which I like. Because I don't really need to look at StreamYard, because otherwise I'm just looking at myself. And I do not need to look at myself. Although, let me pop up StreamYard just in case my buddies Donna or Michelle pop around. I have not sent them a message telling them I was going to be live because it was a last minute thing. Oh, I just sold some mason jar canning lids. Well, that's nice. Those have finally picked up again on Amazon. Either they finally put the hammer down on the Chinese sellers, which I think they may have because when I was looking at their reviews the other day, the reviews were, it's almost like they got rid of all of the negative reviews that talked about counterfeit because it was back up to like a 4.5 to 5 star review where it had gotten down to 2 stars because of the counterfeits that Amazon was letting through. Even after some sellers were letting Amazon know about it, they didn't really care. They pretty much told us to pound sand. All right, so I gotta look up this item. Oh, I see I have a new feedback today. I'll have to look and see what that is. planner, companion, accessories. Well, hello, Misha. How's it going? It is going really good for me. I'm having a good day. I went to the thrift store. Oh, I'm down to 3 viewers. I said when I get to 10, I was at 5. I was going to do my thrift haul, but I guess people didn't want to wait, or they're just like, see ya, Tamara, we're out of here. Um, yeah, I went to the thrift store and I'm going to show you guys what I bought. And nothing like no home run item, but I got some items that were I just good profit. Like I paid $1 and I can sell it for 15. So I got quite a few of those items and I'm happy with that. All right, 122 pieces. Is this the same one? Don't know. Doesn't say how many. Oh, you bonehead. It's right there in front of me. Wow, this sold for $26.99. That is somebody over. That's an overprice. They've only sold one though. They have 6 more left. So I am going to not go that high. And I forgot to look to see what tote I should be putting this in next. My totes are getting pretty full right now. So what are you up to, Misha? I'm not sure I've ever seen you in here before. What part of the country are you from? That's assuming you're in the US, of course. Happy planner, companion, accessories. Something in fabulous. Fierce? I think this is fierce. Fierce and fabulous. Fierce and fabulous. I'm listing old books today and getting them out of my way in the living room. Yeah, I'm so lucky. This when we bought this house, it had this downstairs area that I could turn into my storage and office and stuff. But I took over our family room at our previous home before we moved. And yeah, it was everywhere. And there were many times because I didn't have once I put all this in, I didn't have a place to really like sit and watch TV and stuff. And I like to do something like that while I'm listing. And I wasn't really doing YouTube or watching YouTube because I wasn't really that familiar with YouTube yet. And I would go into the living room and I'd drag my totes of stuff and it would be all over. And I would actually use my coffee table before they started saying you should have white backgrounds. I was using my coffee table, which is wood, a dark wood, and the items looked so nice on it. But I had to stop using that. But yeah, some of my old pictures are still up there with using that wood background. But I used to love just sitting there and I'd pull it's a really big square coffee table and I'd pull it right up to me and I'd be lazy on the couch and just be taking pictures. It was nice. Oh yeah, see, it is my first time here. You're in Texas. That's a cool star. I've never seen that heart emoji or whatever they're called with the gold stars on it. That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, well, welcome. I'm glad you found me. I'm not sure if you found me by just Googling, or I guess, doing a search on YouTube, or if somebody recommended you or whatever. But I have a Facebook group. I don't have the link down in this like description yet because I'm live, so it won't be added until after. But if you go back to some of my other videos, there's a link down there to a Facebook group if you're interested in talking to other resellers. So I have a shop for storage after listing. Thank goodness. Yeah, I sat these in the middle of the floor to force myself to list them. Sometimes that's what you have to do. I've seen you in auctions, I think. Yeah, I've been around the auctions here and there. I don't know. What's today? Wednesday? So Paul will have one later today, I think at 3. And Paul Antonelli, who never remembers my name. And I'm in his chat all the time. And yesterday, Carol said, "Hi, Tamara." And he goes, "Who's Tamara?" He goes, "Yellow Brick Road Reselling." And he goes, "I'm pretty sure that's not his name." And then I had to say, "Yes. And I've like won a prize and you've mailed it to me." Like, it's just, he must have a memory like me where I can never remember anything. Hey, thanks, Chris, for putting that link in. I appreciate it. So yeah, it's he is funny because he's like me. I'm very clear of saying I just don't remember people's names. I'll remember that you were in here, but if you're like Cajun reseller, like I know his name because he's in here enough where I finally starting to remember people's names. Plus, I see him on other channels. But there are some people. It took me writing them down for me to finally remember who they are. I'm so bad with that. And I did miss what last night was Tuesday night, so I did miss the Bearded Picker. He has an auction. I like to go in there, although I never end up winning anything because his bids get so high. He's got very, very like he's got people that have a lot of money to spend that pop into his chats. So he does really well. All right, so let me get this thing listed. Um, Planners. I have a store on eBay, and I've always wondered, is it really worth taking the time for the store categories and all this other stuff? Well, this morning I was going back and forth. Somebody bought a planner from me yesterday, and today they were like, "Hey, I saw you also have this. Will that fit my planner?" And it did not fit her planner that she had bought, but she was able to go into my store category and search the other items to see if there was something that she could buy in kind of bundle with her planner so I could ship them all in one and that kind of stuff. So it was really kind of nice to finally see where somebody is using my store categories because I've always wondered if anybody really does because most people don't bundle stuff. Most people aren't buying more than one item from me. They'll go in and buy this one item. Sometimes they'll buy multiples of that same item, but not like a bunch of different things from me. So it was nice to see that. Yeah, Victoria has a list of 5 pages long. I can imagine. I can imagine. You know what I should get? Oh, I thought I had one around here. It was like an address book, and that's what I need to do. So when I see like Cajun reseller, I can flip to the C's and then have your real name because I think she's kind of has to flip through all because I don't. It's not alphabetical, right? She probably just writes it as people pop into her chat. That's what I need to do. I just sent a request to join the Facebook group. Okay, so I'm going to go and approve you right now. But don't leave the channel to go check out Facebook. You do whatever is best for you. And that's good you knew what 3 plus 7 was. Some people are always like, why do you ask that? And that's really just to keep the bots out because there's times people will answer all three questions, yes, yes, yes. And I'm like, 3 plus 7 doesn't equal YES. So boop, you're not getting approved. You can't even like seriously take a second to read the questions. It's just obviously a bot that's answering them. So I said goodbye. Didn't approve you. All right, so 673-807-625-938. You know what I don't like is when I put in the UPC, sometimes it refreshes the page and then it takes away what I've already put into the custom label and my store category. Good old eBay. I found some new YouTube channels the other day. I'm so excited. So I was mentioning earlier that I'm going to start doing more eBay again. I've always been doing eBay, but have kind of taken a break from being more serious with eBay and started watching some videos of the niche lady. I was watching her, and I've been in a Facebook groups with her for so long and had no idea she had a Facebook channel. I mean, a YouTube channel. Because so many groups don't let you tell others that you have a channel. They don't want you advertising it in their Facebook group. And here all this time, I didn't even know. And she has like 13,000 subscribers. And she had really good information. Let's see. I want to make sure I got the right pictures I'm adding here. And I see somebody asked about my name. So you spell it. So I actually spell it Tamra. Oh, I don't have my name on the screen today, do I? Where do I? Here it is. There you go. Um, so yeah, it's actually Tamara. It was supposed to be Tamara, but my father, I guess, spelt it wrong or something. Told my mother how to spell it, and he spelt it wrong. Did something on the birth certificate, so now I'm Tamara. I really enjoyed having a name that was different growing up. I'm sure you probably did Misha. I mean, there's not a lot of Mishas out there. Well, I guess it probably depends. I guess Tamara they say is like it's more popular in the south, and I live in the north. So there's not a lot of people up here with the name of Tamara. And I named my daughter Kendra, and it's not very often I run into very many Kendras, and I loved that name. I want to make sure my sheet was correct. You know, you're writing it down so you remember too. Yeah, because I'm bad. I'm bad with that. Um, yeah, when I was working in college, my boss's girlfriend worked at the boss was the owner. Well, his girlfriend, who was older, she was like more probably my boss, and she called me Kendra all the time because I guess that was the owner of the store's daughters always call me Kendra. And I was like, I really like that name. I had never heard of it until then. And so I said, I'm going to name my child that. And thankfully, I had a girl, so I was able to name her Kendra. I had all these names picked out. I wish I would have had more kids. I only could have two, but if I would have had more, I have many names I wanted to use. So we started getting pets and cats just so we could use up some of the names we wanted. I've never seen it spelled Tamra. Yeah, talking names. Mine is Anissa. Okay. Is that, am I saying that right? Is it Anissa or Anissa? I'm probably not even saying it right. And you know what? I don't even see that's the first time I've ever seen your name. In all of the chats that you probably have been in, it's the first time. And I'm going to write that down. Although I probably am butchering it when I say it. Junk trader rhymes with Melissa. Anissa. Okay, so Anissa. I should probably put that. Hold on. I'm sorry you have to keep seeing my arm because now I'm going to put in parentheses Melissa rhyme. That way I'll know because I won't. I did see Phil, Texas Bandit, who I've written down on here in a chat on Walter's. I was watching Walter Blake Knobloch. I just call him WBK. I was watching him and he finished up, and I was like, oh, I didn't really see anything else I want to watch, so I might as well. And I saw he was in there. Got you off 666. Oh, that's how many subs you had? Oh my gosh. All right, I just opened this. Oh, I'm gonna follow you. I didn't know you had a channel either. Here, I got you. Got you down, so now I'm gonna follow you. All right, planner. Is this a planner? It's a planner companion. It's not really a planner. I don't even know. Undated. Calendar year, undated. Size, small. Got to get some of this work done. I am trying to get to, so originally I wanted to get down to only 1,000 listings, but now I'm like 1,000 now that I'm switching some focus back to eBay. If anybody wants to come in on video, they can. I can repost the link. I had posted it earlier. Sometimes you probably get tired of just listening to me. I'll post it one more time in case anybody wants to come in. Yeah, I was thinking about taking a break this week. I don't know what it is. I've just been in this funk lately and I just haven't been able to really kick myself out of it. It seems like I told a friend today, I don't know what I've done, but I feel like bad karma has come my way because it's just was like one thing after another, and I can't seem to get my head above it all. And that's why today it was a beautiful sunny day out, and I said I'm gonna go out and hit some thrift stores, and then I'm gonna go grab pizza from Pizza Hut for lunch, and then I then come home and kind of be a little more energized. But when I was at the thrift store, which actually I'm down to four people. See, I was just looked up and it was at six. Um, oh, let me finish this. I'm gonna grab the stuff that I bought today. I'm gonna show you what I bought today. But I said to them, I said, "Do you have a new?" Here's somebody walking upstairs. Must be my husband's home. I said, "Do you have a new person working here that's pricing stuff?" And she said, she kind of looked at me like weird, didn't really say anything, but looked at me weird. And I said, "It seems like your prices have gone up considerably." I would pick up something and I was like, $30. Like they had a game that was still sealed, a Seinfeld game, and it was $30. And I was like, I'm not even going to scan it because $30 is just not even, I know it's not going to be profitable. And she says, "Well, we have a bunch of different people who price things and we look them up on eBay." And I'm like, I said, "Well, you do realize that eBay is worldwide and has billions of customers. You have this North Country, New York, North Country. We are in the boondocks where it's all farmers. Like it's people don't have the money that a billion people do nation or country, nationwide, worldwide, whatever." And she's like, "Yeah, it takes a while for some things to sell." She goes, "But, we just wait for the right buyer." And I said, "Well, as long as you got the space to keep things on the shelf for a year, because I saw some stuff that was there when last time I was there was May, and there were things that are still there since May." So I'm like, all right, if it's working for you, keep doing it, but I'm leaving it behind. Designed to complement the mini. Okay, designed to complement the mini. I probably should say what this comes with. Gosh, I don't think I'm going to be like too specific though. Read my or look at the pictures. It shows in a bracelet. It's really weird. It comes with a bracelet. I need to put them on eBay then. Exactly. And I kind of was peeking. They have a curtain. It's a small. It's one of those like hole in the wall type of places, and it's to benefit. It's a nonprofit to benefit. Excuse me, to benefit like homeless animals or something. And so I mean I like to go not spending some of the prices they had. And they would put like sells for $54 on eBay. They have it on their sticker, sells for $54 on eBay, and they were asking like 45. And I thought, okay, it's good if you're the end user because now you know that okay, you can get it cheaper than eBay. But is that the sold or the asking on eBay? Because that's different stuff. And I didn't take the time to look stuff up because none of it was anything that I was like, oh my gosh, I definitely need to possibly pick this up and try and sell it. I didn't. I passed. I wonder how much these were originally. I'll do 19. Leave some room for wiggling, and I'll do 19 buckaroos. And these will go first class. And I've been trying out my free returns, by the way. I've got my first return out of free returns. And I think actually they would have returned it anyhow. I sent out some recipe cards and she says they arrived creased and she sent like they must have bent them and whatever. So I have a bunch of I Frankenbox a lot. And so I have a lot of scrap cardboard. So now some things when I've been sending him, like I sold some decks of cards, the sports cards, and I actually wrapped them in this just to kind of give them a little extra so they wouldn't get bent. And then I put them in a bubble mailer. Although I did send a couple of them, I put them in a box because I just didn't want to take a chance. But some things, like I'm selling a lot of, um, I don't really have anything handy. I think I put it all away. Um, this I've been doing a lot of planner supplies, and these were recipe cards. So obviously, you wouldn't want them if they were creased. So I said send it back because I could have just refunded her, but I thought I'll just take them and use them myself, and I'd rather pay the money for them because it was first class. For her to send it back is like $3.50 because they weren't very heavy, and I'll just use them myself. Now, if they would have been heavy or had no intentions of wanting them back for my own personal use, then I would have just refunded. But in this case, I'll take it. I'll take them and use them. All right, so I got these listed. Oh, I don't know if I put down, I had 4 of them. I'm going to go grab my thrift haul goodies. Let me just make sure I put down 4 of these. No, I didn't. I only put down 1. And so I was showing my sister the other day. Hey, Cornhusker! I was showing my sister the other day how to. Well, actually, she wanted to know. She was updating her custom label. She goes, "How do I find that?" And I said, "Well, it's right here on your listing form and all this other stuff." And she couldn't find it. She did not have Seller Hub. Can you imagine? So I gave her the link to Seller Hub and she found it. But when she was logging in, it was the old eBay selling, like not the non-Seller Hub stuff. I didn't even know that was still available for people. And she has a store. So I told her how to customize her table, add the custom label row. And she was going in and editing because she decided she had just started this other eBay account and she doesn't have an inventory system, and her bedroom was like covered with stuff. Her guest bedroom, and I'm going to be there next weekend, so she had to get that room cleaned up. And so she went and bought some totes and started to do a system similar to like what I have back here. And she was going in and editing every single one to add in the custom SKU of where it's going to be filed. And I said, well, why don't you just do it? You can do it right on your active listings page. You can just click the little pencil and it'll open up that field. You can change your price and you can change your label, like it's in your quantity available. So if I sell something on FBM, because I do have some things cross posted, I just go right to that page and change it. You don't have to edit your whole listing. So, all right, I'm going to file this and then grab my goodies that I picked up today. All right. It's only 1 bag. I was just thinking, I hope that was my husband. I didn't know he was going to be home right now. Either that or somebody broke into my house and was walking around upstairs. All right. So, to Chris's, Anissa, and Misha. I think that's all I have. So, this is what I picked up today. So, I bought this mallard duck, just a homemade duck. I'm probably going to keep it because if any of you saw that duck picture I picked up over the weekend, this baby's going to go in that bedroom. So I got my duck. I got my ducks in a row. And like I said, nothing that home runs, but it's a lot of stuff that excite me. So excite me to sell. Let me hold on. I'm going to pull it because I looked these up when I got in the car. I pulled these up and I'm going to tell you how much things sold for or will sell for. Okay, so this one is new in the box. I paid $2. And this, so there's one that's very similar, but the designs are different. So this one is butterflies, a mushroom, a snail, a turtle, caterpillar, ladybug. And the one that was on TV were, or the ones that, on TV, on eBay that sold was, I think they're like flowers, but it's the exact same. I'm trying to click on it to open it. It's a screenshot. So that's the one that I found that's similar. Sold for $18.99. So it's, similar. But this exact design wasn't there. All right, so that was that. And then I picked up 5 of these. They're all brand new, just like that one was still sealed. This is brand new. They're kind of like baseball card sleeves, but they're made for this embroidery floss that you put them on those little cards, and then they go in here and you can put them in a binder. So I picked up 5 of these for $1 each, and those are selling for $15 for these each. And I picked up 5. And then I've been thinking about, I gotta find another hobby outlet than just reselling. And going to the casino, for those who didn't see my video a couple of days ago, I won, what day was it? Monday, Columbus Day. I stopped at the casino, and so this thing right here, just a craft kit. So these craft kits can do pretty well. Some of them do really, really well. Like you can sell a craft kit for like $80. This one with the raccoons, all right, so this, look at this one down below, sold for $25. And the other one sold for 16. Oh, it was 20 and they took a best offer of 16. But the other one was 25 plus $8 in shipping. And this one is brand new, still in its package. And I paid $3.50 for this one. But I was thinking about maybe doing that one myself. But I'll probably put it on eBay. And if it sells, great. If it doesn't sell and I'm in the mood for doing something, I might pull it out and do it. But I got a bunch of them I bought from Carol's Creative Corner here on YouTube. She did an auction and I bought some from her that I'm going to be listing to sell, and I might keep some of those. All right, so then I got this. As you can tell, I was hanging out in the craft area today. This is a Stitcher's color guide, and it has sample, and like these are you can move them. They're actually the sample. So I don't know. I was like, what is this? It's probably something that was hanging up at a craft store or something, showing you something, but I don't know. I looked it up and I paid $1 for that. And those are the solds. 18, 16, 12.50. So $1. Even though most things were overpriced there, I was able to get some stuff. All right, these are just the other floss keepers. So I think I only got 2 things left, but I got multiples of them and they're really heavy. Ooh, hold on. Okay, so pull that out to show you. Yeah, this is all I have left. But I have multiples. Let me see. One, I don't even know how many I bought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them? I bought them all. Okay, so I picked up, my hometown, right where I live now, has Clarkson University, which has a really good hockey team if you're into hockey. They're an engineering school, so most people go there if you want to be an engineer. So I'm assuming that these were donated either by a student or maybe the school itself. But they had these engineering forums, and I couldn't find these. I don't think I found these on eBay. Let me double check. I don't know if I ended up searching this one or not. Let's see. At least by the UPC, it doesn't come up. So I'd have to type it in. I know it's not on Amazon because I scanned it for Amazon and it didn't come up either. So these were 50 cents a piece, although she also had some that were marked 75. So I said, some of these say 75 and some say 50 cents. I said, I'm only going to buy the ones that are 50 cents. And she goes, well, you can have them for 50, even if they say 75. So I think I bought 10 of those. And then I saw these engineering computation pads. So they're pretty thick, 200 sheets in them. So these are selling for $12 on Amazon. And they were asking $1.50 for this, and it's still sealed up. And I got 9 of them. But then she had some that were marked $5. So again, I brought these two up, and I said, told her about that one 50 cents, 75, and then that this one was $1.50. But then there's a bunch that are still labeled $5, and she said you could have them for $1.50. So I was only going to pick up 4 or 5 of them because I have a so Amy, that you guys see sometime in here, Amy Raymond, that's in my chat, who's my sister, her son is going to college for construction administration or something like that. And he'll be taking some type of engineering classes. So I was going to pick them up just for him, but then I thought, well, you know what? I'll get them all and I will put them on eBay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of these and one of these and bundle them together on eBay and sell it as a set. Since these are not on eBay anywhere and they're definitely for engineering. So if you're an engineering student, you probably might need both of these. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's all I picked up was all of that stuff. And I think my total came to like 40 something. Let's see what I missed in here. So I'm not popping up stuff because I've been reading the pop out of chat. All right. I love old recipes. I collect vintage recipe books. I love cookbooks. Like you wouldn't even believe the amount of cookbooks I have. Like I have a lot of them. I love cookbooks. My son just got his first apartment in September, beginning of September. And I was like, do you need any cookbooks? Because I'll go through and find like just a general cooking one for him. And I brought him over one that was like that. Actually, I may have brought him over 2 of them. Let's see. Oh yeah. So you do that too. Let me move you guys back in front of me because it seems so weird. I don't like looking off to the side when I'm talking to you. Try to click on a page when it's just a screenshot. Yes, I do it all the time. Oh my goodness. If I ask myself, what is this? I know it's usually going to be a good sell. Love the curious and unusual things. Yes, I need to edit. I probably should do that. Wow, I do got more stuff to list, but I need to edit a video. I got a video I was mentioning earlier. I haven't like re-edited it. For some reason, every time I go to upload it to YouTube, I get an error message about 3/4 of the way through it. So I'm going to go ahead after I took like 4 hours editing it. I'm going to go in and re-edit it and break it into 2 videos and see if maybe I can get them up. But just some really cool things in the store. And I continually was saying like, yeah, I don't know anything about this stuff, but if I see something that just catches my eye that's unusual, I'm going to grab it. And that's pretty much the way I run my business. I'm not a niche person. I'll buy anything I can make money on. And I am not like an expert in any particular field. Like I don't know I wish I knew more about some stuff, but I don't know enough about one particular thing to say, "Oh yeah, I'm the expert in this." If you want to know something about this, I'm the expert. I know just a little bit to know to look further, but I've never been something that I know like a lot about. Sorry, my mouth is so dry. It's really dry down here. Um, it's funny because when I first started doing this full time about 4 years ago, might be 5 years now, on all of the Facebook groups, people were always saying, "Hey, I want to get into reselling. What should I do? Where should I start?" And everybody was always like, "Start with what you know. If you collect something, start with that." And I'm like, I don't collect anything but cookbooks, but I'm not like pro. Like I don't know the cookbooks in and out. Like I just know the ones I like. And when I decided to downgrade some of my cookbooks because I had so many and we were moving, they weren't worth anything on eBay. They weren't collectible ones. Like I don't have a first edition Betty Crocker one, that type of stuff, or a signed Julia Child's book. So for me, it was like, well, I didn't really know anything. And I lived my life was raising my kids. So the only thing I really knew was, you know, going to Boy Scouts and doing stuff with my kids. Like I just didn't know enough about a particular thing. And I still don't. So when I started watching the niche lady this week on YouTube, I have been binge watching her, learning all I can now that I'm hitting these thrift stores again. And I love hard goods. I don't want to do clothes and learning more about that. And you know what I really want to learn is like vintage action figures because I see so many of them at my thrift stores, like a ton of them. And I just don't know what to even I don't want to look them all up because there's so many of them, but I really just need to take some time and just look at what's selling that are high value ones. And what was the other thing today I saw? And I said I need to look those up to see. Oh, sewing patterns. So Donna, who hasn't popped in here today, maybe she might be having her own auction later today, but she does sewing patterns, and I see so many sewing patterns and I just don't even know which ones are worth anything. So I do need to look them up. And maybe I'll do that for my scavenger hunt this week, kind of point out which ones sell for big bucks. So we'll know. So I'll know when I'm there to be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is one of those, whatever. I'm going to now look that up. Um, I know that Chris said something right here. Okay, yeah. When younger, my dad always took me to Plattsburgh hockey games. Really? They were a good way back then. Potsdam, trying to remember other schools. Did you grow up in this area was Plattsburgh playing in Nebraska? Yeah, Plattsburgh. I mean, they have a SUNY Potsdam or SUNY Plattsburgh, which, State University of New York. There is that in Plattsburgh. I don't think there's any other college though. My husband was stationed in Plattsburgh for the Air Force, but that base has been closed. Yeah, not a fan of clothes. I don't like clothes. I'll still pick up some clothes. I've got way too many clothes back here, and I've been taking offers on things that have been pretty low. Like I sold a shirt yesterday for $10. I mean, it could go first class. I normally wouldn't sell things for that low, but I'm just like, get out of here. I don't want it anymore. I just want to clear it out. Um, Maybe I can be more specific with clothes. Like, you mentioned vintage down here. I love vintage toys, vintage books. Now, if I see vintage shirts, like I'll still kind of look at the t-shirts and see if I can find any single stitch. I look for anything that just catches my eye that has an unusual print. I've not really gone wrong with those. When I see something that just and I when I say see something, I mean I primarily only look at men's clothing. I don't really look at women's clothing. Women are very difficult, and I find when I was doing or selling women's clothing, I get a lot of returns in women's versus men's. I mean, even on Amazon, I get hardly any returns on Amazon for men's clothing, but I get a ton for women's clothing. Ton. My Spanx, I think people just wear them for weddings and return them because I get a lot of return for Spanx, but a lot of them come back with tags on them. Um, yeah, I mean, all the listing work for clothes is just boring to me. Ah, it is the measuring and all that. You know, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've really listed clothes since I started this YouTube channel, besides the ones I got in inventory, a bulk lot. I got some brand new items, but because I rearranged some stuff, and during the whole month of March I was like redoing my whole downstairs here, moving stuff around, and I have my whole, like, you can't see. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. I don't think you guys have ever seen this part of my office. I have a webcam. Oh, I don't, oh, you know what, I'm not gonna be able to. I can't. I was gonna turn too many things plugged in. I have all these USB things. Um, I guess I could try and unplug them all, but then I would have to even unplug. I would have to unplug my computer too, because I'm not sure my cord is even long enough. But I was going to turn you. Um, I have a whole wall right here, and it has my mannequin, the backdrop, which my backdrop is the wood backdrop because 4 years ago that was fine to do, and of course with Poshmark it's fine. So I got that. I haven't used it at all since I've set that up. It's just been sitting there. Yep, I'm not doing clothes. All right, so he was stationed at Plattsburgh. Really? I wonder if he was what years was he there? I may have asked you this before for some reason. So I think my husband was there in 81, maybe 82, 83, maybe was when he was there. Trying to think. 81, 82. It must have been like 83, maybe 82 to 84, something like that. So he was in Plattsburgh and they were transferring him out of Plattsburgh. And he said, hey, what if I joined the Vermont Air National Guard, and instead of going wherever you're going to send me, I'm going to get out. So he only did, it was, I think, like 3.5 years in active duty. And then he was able to transfer to the Air Guard instead. And that way it kept him in his home base area. He was excited when he got Plattsburgh because he grew up in Vermont. And I didn't know him then. I didn't know him until after he got out of the active duty. Oh, okay, 76, 70 to 82. So he was probably, yeah, leaving as my husband was coming in because he went into the military in 81, but he was stationed in George Air Force in California majority of his time. That'd be pretty cool if they actually ended up knowing each other. I don't know the planes my husband worked on though. I'm assuming probably maybe the 111s, but what is the Phantom? Is it the eight? No, I was gonna say the A10, but I don't know. I don't know my planes. I just know that he had F-16s in Vermont. Now they have F-35s there, but he didn't get to work on them because he left. Disability. Um, all right, so I'm going to, let's see, it's 3:05. I think I might close this chat down. I'm gonna jump on. Does anybody know if Paul has his auction going? Because I'm gonna probably jump on Paul's auction. Let me look and see who's got going what right now. And then I'm gonna get back to my listing. Oh, he must not have an auction. I have Donatello. Donatella is on right now with her auction, but I don't see Paul. Maybe he's at 4. Let me see. What time are you starting, Paul? Let me look. Someday I'd like to jump on and do his auction that he has. Live pop-up streamed 20 hours ago. He doesn't have anything set up for today. Oh no, here we go. 4 o'clock. Swap meet Wednesday, 4 o'clock. I guess I'm an hour behind. So either way, I'm gonna close this up and get to my keep doing some listings, and um, I guess that's it. I just wanted to show y'all what I had bought and all that. So thanks for stopping in, and I will see you guys around. Alrighty, bye.